Hey guys! So today I wanted to talk to you about something that I get asked about all the time. And really, once you start traveling, you'll see that it's so common. What I'm talking about is solo female traveling. The last trip I went on, in Bali particularly, there were so many solo female travelers. Almost everyone I met was a solo female traveler. So really, if you are someone who's thinking about traveling on your own, and this video could be helpful for guys too, not just females, but I do just get a lot of comments and questions about being a female and traveling alone. So this video is geared towards that, but guys, you might find it helpful too. Now that I've traveled alone, I love it so much. I actually didn't travel alone until I was pretty old. I was the kind of person, I've always loved traveling, but in my early 20s, I really wanted to travel. I wanted to travel so badly, but I was in a relationship at the time and the guy I was with wasn't in a position to travel. So I thought like, okay, fine, I'll just wait around till he's ready to travel. And I remember I talked to my dad about it and he was like, why don't you just go travel on your own? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, to me at the time, it seemed the craziest thing that I just couldn't even believe it. It was the kind of thing that I kept saying, how about let's go travel? And he was like, no, next year. And then next year would come and still wouldn't happen. And then finally we made plans to go on a trip to Europe and I was so excited. And then we broke up. And honestly, one of the first things I thought of was like, oh, what about Europe? Oh. But no matter how hard that breakup was, it was such a blessing because what ended up happening was we had already had some things booked for the trip. And so I was like, well, I'm still gonna go. I'm just gonna go and do it and be on my own and see how it goes. And oh, it was so good. I'm so happy I did it and I'm so happy I went alone and I just love solo travel so much now. It's just so freeing. You can do anything you wanna do. You meet so many more people. When you're alone, I don't know, you're just kind of more open to new things, and if someone invites you to go somewhere, you can be like, hey, sure. The only thing is like, you do have to watch out for yourself. Just use your intuition, you know, be safe. It is a little bit scary when you first arrive somewhere and you don't really know what you're doing, especially if they speak a different language. It's kind of like you just have this feeling like, what am I doing? So I think to deal with that, just be as prepared as possible before you get to a place. If I'm going to be arriving to an airport or a bus station or wherever, before I leave a place with Wi-Fi, I get all the directions to my accommodation, whether it's going to be however I'm going to get there, bus, walking, taxi, however. I'll research the best options to get to the place I'm going, screenshot them on my phone or write them down in a notebook just in case you don't have Wi-Fi or you can't access your phone. I don't know, do whatever you think is best. And then so when you get somewhere, you already know the plan, you know what you're gonna do. I think it's also good to arrive somewhere in daylight. I think that helps a lot, just for nerves, and you feel safe and you know what's going on, if you can. Sometimes you can't help it, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you're gonna be, and it's so easy and it's so worth it, and you just feel so empowered after you successfully travel alone. Like, you really feel like you can do anything and it's such a good feeling. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. If you're still not convinced, while I was traveling on my last trip through Vietnam and Bali, I met many solo female travelers and I got a few of them to say some kind messages for you, some tips that they've learned along the way. So without further ado, here are some friends that I met while traveling.
Hi, I'm Karina, I'm from Germany and I've been traveling solo for 7 months now. I've been to a lot of countries and I feel that traveling solo is a really nice thing. I really enjoy it, and in Asia so far I felt really safe. Like, nothing ever happened to me. There was no situation where I felt like not safe, and the people here are really nice, and like even walking around in the dark by myself is fine. I mean, you have always need to be aware of your surroundings, but don't be over suspicious or anything. Like, it's totally fine. I totally recommend it. Like, it's the best decision I've ever made, traveling solo. So just go for it, and you always meet so many lovely people. It's the best thing.
Hi, I'm Kinsey. I'm from California. I'm another female solo traveler, and I think it really just teaches you to be more independent and stick up for yourself. And you really just have to speak up for what you deserve and how you deserve to be treated. So
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Hi, I'm Tavia from Switzerland. I just arrived 2 days ago here in Canggu in Bali. And actually, I think so far it's really easy to travel alone as a female because Bali isn't that dangerous, so you can just walk through the streets and it's not dangerous at all, I think.
Hi, my name is Ina and I'm from Germany and I'm traveling alone for the first time. I really enjoy traveling alone. At first, because I was afraid of it, but now I think it's worth to conquer this fear and it makes you really feel happy.
My name's Kendall and I'm from the US and I agree it's really safe here, and I'd never traveled alone before, so this was my first time, and it's been super easy. I've met people everywhere I've gone, like instantly, a lot of women, and I think it's just a matter of the like confidence and the energy you carry, because I feel like I've encountered a lot of really great people.
Most of the people are traveling alone here.
Yeah, I was nervous before I left, and it's been really fun because you get to do anything you want to do every day. It's like just totally up to you. So many people are traveling alone, so everyone you meet is down to hang out, so
Yeah.
I've spent really not that much time by myself.
And most of the people are really easygoing and
Yeah.
laid back, especially here.
But if you want to do something totally by yourself and have like a solo day, it's the
Yeah.
easiest thing to do. But if you want to hang out with tons of people, that'll happen too.
Yeah, true.
So
I'm Jen from California, and this is my first solo travel adventure. I came to Bali for 3 weeks. I was super scared to leave town completely alone, and now that I'm here, it's the most amazing experience I've pretty much ever had in my life. I've met people from all over the world, and I don't know, I just feel like a completely different person. Anybody who is thinking about solo traveling, who has fears of being lonely or maybe something bad happening to them, just do it. Because it's like the world takes care of you. Like every single person you meet just adds to your life and it will change your life.
I wanted to add that she also was in a scooter accident, and she's still really optimistic and happy. So.
Yeah, so
Look at her foot.
yeah, my first day here, I was on the scooter and I didn't even start the bike yet, and someone came, ran over my foot, and I got pushed into a ditch. So I had road rash all over my arm, and I ended up in the hospital. I was with 2 girls from Bangkok and a German girl, and they Snapchatted the whole thing and put it on my Snapchat, which was quite hilarious. My family is all worried, but I literally just carry my first aid kit everywhere and I'm fine.
Anyway, good travel inspiration.
Yeah.
I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you have never traveled alone, I really urge you to do it. It's just so good. I mean, you might not like it. That's the reality. I just kind of like being alone, so like, I don't know, it works. And I think if you're someone who isn't comfortable alone or isn't happy being alone, I think if you can get to that level for yourself to be able to be happy alone is so nice, because you don't have to depend on anyone else. If you've never tried it out, I'd highly recommend it. Maybe go somewhere this weekend. Just go take a little mini day trip somewhere nearby. Go take a little drive. Just go do something on your own, or maybe go out to a movie alone. A lot of people have never been to a movie alone, and let me tell you, the first time I did that was so exhilarating. You feel a little bit weird, but then you realize it doesn't matter, who cares what other people think, and you just do it and it's fun. I am going to challenge you to do one thing this weekend alone, something that you've never done before, and write it in the comments below. Let me know what you've done or what you're gonna do, or if you've traveled before and you want to leave tips for other people, that's great. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below and maybe I'll answer them in the next video. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and subscribe for more travel videos from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Also, look at this view behind me. You can't see it, but what? Move out of the way. Oh, it's so good. I'm house sitting right now. That's a whole different, another kind of travel level thing. I could talk about this another time. Anyway, there's some pigs here and chickens and cats and a dog.